Hey everybody, Marco Rincon, Production Manager, Bank Capital Home Loans. Here with you today to kind of explain what's going on with all this Obama talk about his refinance programs. Technically there's three right now. Let's kind of go back to the beginning and kind of explain here. In May of 2009 or prior, if you purchased your home May of 2009 or prior, they came out with a program called Harp, Home Affordable Refinance Program. Meaning if you put 20% down or you had refinanced and were under 80% loan to value and your property was, your loan was done through Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. For those of you that don't know, we'll get to that in a sec. You could refinance at a lower rate if you were no more than 125% of loan to value of what your house was worth now. But in reality, if you were 95% or below, it was realistic for you to refinance. If you were 95% of what your home is worth or above, it got really pricey. 95 to 105 could still be done reasonably okay. Above 105, it was just didn't make sense a lot of the time. So what they did was they came out with, back in December, Harp 2.0. Obama came out and said, okay, we're going to take away the restriction on loan to value, meaning it doesn't matter what your home is worth, you will be allowed to refinance if your property is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, period. Okay? There's two websites that you can go to that'll tell you if it is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Just contact us or get with your mortgage guy, and they'll be able to help you out with that to know if you're Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac owned. So anyway, getting back to Harp 2.0, it came out, I'd say started to come out in October, took effect in December, but it's really not taking effect until March 1st. Right now, the only people that can pretty much take advantage of it are if you're under 105% of what your home is worth or below. The hits have kind of gone away, pretty much gone away. There's only maybe an eighth in rate hit for you to get a Harp loan, which is not bad to what they were, trust me. But right now you still need to get an appraisal. The reason being, effective March 1st, when Fannie Mae updates their desktop underwriting engine, their software, which will take effect March 1st, there will be a new release, and their softwares will be able to take Harp 2.0, I guess. So they're kind of taking their time about it, but anyway, that's another story. Anybody will be able to refinance. It doesn't matter what the appraised value is. It doesn't matter if you buy your house as a primary back in the day and now you're in another house and this is an investment now. You can still refinance as an investment, but you can still refinance without an appraisal necessarily. No need. It doesn't matter how much your house is worth. You only need to prove that you have a job, and your credit really doesn't matter on Harp 2.0. As long as you have had no lates in the last on your mortgage in the last 6 months, or no, and only one time's late in the last 12. So no lates in the last 6, and maybe one time's late in the last 6 to 12 months. You're okay. If your property is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. There's about, and you must have gotten your loan prior to May of 2009. I know this is all, but anyway, that's what it is. So there's about 11.5 million people they're saying that could take advantage of this, but that still leaves out in the cold about 3.5 million people that don't have a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. Back then, there were all the all-day loans, the subprime loans, you name it. It was out there that Fannie Mae wasn't, buying. So there's a lot of people that have not been able to take advantage of these low rates because they're not owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. How are we supposed to know, or are you supposed to know that this was coming? So anyway, what Obama's trying to do is anybody that bought their home or refinanced their home prior to May of 2009, okay, can refinance no matter if you're owned by Fannie or Freddie. There's also talk of doing price reductions to people that are way underwater, down to 140%, and then the government will come in and under this Harp 2.1. We're on Harp 2.1 now. Harp 2.0, effective March 1st. It doesn't matter what your home is appraising for, but you're going to keep the same amount that you owe, period. Okay? Give us a call or contact your guy. We'll explain everything a lot better. I just wanted to get something out there so to kind of explain it's very confusing. If we're trying to put everything together, I can imagine what somebody that's not in the industry kind of goes through. So anyway, moving on from Harp 2.0, and now we're off to Harp 2.1, which is what Obama's going to try and pass with Congress, which will not pass. Whatever, maybe Google it. You can read everything on it. No way everything in there passes. But what's to say that it's not going to come in a little under of what he wants? So what does he want right now? If you're way underwater, you get price reduction down to 140%. Doesn't matter if you're Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac owned. You need to have at least a 580 FICO and no more than 1 times late in the last 6 months. It gets a little easier on the late mortgage payment, but you have to have at least a 580 FICO, which a lot of people do. Anyway, me looking at it and reading everything and kind of checking things out, what I'm thinking is pretty much, I would put a good bet on saying it's going to happen before the November elections is, one, people that refinanced under Harp in 2010, 2011, in the 5-point-something range, maybe they're allowed to do a refinance again, so it won't matter that you did your loan prior to May of 2009. I think that might go away. That would be smart. 2, people with FHA loans. The bank already insures your loan anyway. What they're doing now with these streamlined refinances on FHA, FHA allows you to reduce your rate if your credit is okay, your mortgage payments are okay, and you have a job. There's no mortgage, there's no appraisal on that either. But what's happening now is, in order for the government to pay for certain things that they've had to do, especially with FHA, they've raised the mortgage insurance. So, for example, what you used to pay, let's say $50 a month in mortgage insurance, now you're paying $110 a month. So a lot of times it doesn't make sense for you to refinance, even if you're going from from a 5 down to a 3.75, because your payment's going to be higher on the mortgage insurance side. So what I'm thinking will happen is, why not let your current mortgage insurance cross over to your new loan? So at 5% with X amount of mortgage insurance, why not allow 3.75% with X amount of mortgage insurance? That's a big one. A lot of people out there with, basically, if you got your loan prior to April of 2011, you have the low mortgage insurance. And then, effective April 1st of this year, they're going to raise the mortgage insurance a little bit more. Just to give an idea, FHA, right now they're guaranteeing maybe $1.1 trillion of loans out there, but they only have like $1.2 billion to cover losses. So, I mean, they're trying. What can I say? It is definitely a mess out there, but trying to get things going here. Hopefully Obama and Congress can come together and do something. I know I'm all over the place on this one, but at the end of the day, contact us. Let's see where you're at. If you're in the states of California and Arizona, we can help you personally. If you're in another state, we'll find somebody who can. We have great relationships throughout the country with good people. I just want to see as many people as possible get help, either get put on a list. If you're FHA and if they do that MI thing, I think they will. If you already refinanced under Harp and you need to do it again, maybe they'll take away the restriction of prior to May of 2009. Maybe you don't even know there's 11.5 million people that can do Harp 2.0, which takes effect March 1st, so your loans will be getting processed now that can take advantage of it. Maybe you don't even know about that. And then if whatever Obama is able to pass through Congress, maybe we want you ready. We want to help you out. Basically, that's it for this video blog that I'm doing for you guys. Anything comes up, I'll be sending video blogs out. Just trying to keep you in the loop. Feel free to subscribe to our Facebook, Twitter, you name it. and this will be going on all those, and just really want to try and help people out at the end of the day. Once again, Marco Rincon, Production Manager, Bank Capital Home Loans, thank you for your time, and yeah, good luck.